Hold up, pause everything you thought you knew about love and hip-hop, Atlanta. Right now, the internet is on fire. Phones are blowing up, group chats are exploding. And at the center of it all, Jasmine Washington, the woman who spent seasons fighting tooth and nail to prove her love for Kirk Frost was real, might have just been caught living a whole double life. Sources close to the situation, and trust me, we're talking people who were in the room when the plates started flying, are saying, Jasmine's been secretly involved with a high-profile lesbian partner for over a year, while still collecting checks, appearing on red carpets, and posting those ride-or-die wife pictures with Kirk. The same Kirk Frost who already went through hell with Rashida. The same Kirk who swore up and down that Jasmine was different, that this time it was real. But here's where it gets downright diabolical. Word on the street, and now backed by leaked text messages and hotel receipts that are circulating in every major La fan page, is that Jasmine may have never actually left her first love, that the entire relationship with Kirk, the engagement, the baby conversations, the we're building an empire together speeches, might have been one long, calculated money move. A strategic positioning play so she could stay relevant, stay paid, and keep that check coming while she lived her truth on the low. Fans are losing their minds. Was Kirk just a beard? Did she play all of us? Is nothing on this show real anymore? Tonight we're pulling back the curtain. We've got the alleged partner's identity. We've got screenshots. We've got insiders ready to talk. And most importantly, we've got Kirk's reaction when he finally saw the proof. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear might end marriages, cancel comebacks, and change the entire love and hip-hop franchise forever. This is the Jasmine Washington lesbian partner expose the network never wanted you to see. Let's get into it. Okay y'all, we're diving straight in, no holding back, because this Jasmine Washington story just keeps getting messier by the hour, and if you thought the hook was wild, wait until you hear what insiders are spilling right now. Picture this, it's late 2025, Atlanta nightlife is popping, but behind closed doors in a private suite at the St. Regent Hotel, Jasmine Washington isn't there with Kirk Frost, she's there with someone else entirely, a woman we're calling Mia, for now, real name. Dropping soon, but trust me when I say this isn't some random fling. Mia has been in Jasmine's life longer than Kirk ever was. Sources, who were supposedly at the hotel that night, say they saw Jasmine and Mia checking in together, hand in hand, no disguises. No separate rooms, just straight-up couple energy while Kirk was back home thinking they were working on their family plan. Fans started noticing cracks months ago. Remember that reunion special where Jasmine got super defensive when Rashida asked about Kirk's finances, and Jasmine snapped back with "You don't know what I do for my man." Emotions were already high, but nobody knew the real reason. Jasmine was so touchy she wasn't protecting Kirk, she was protecting her secret life. Fast forward to leaked DMs that surfaced on a popular LAT page. Messages between Jasmine and Mia dated back to early 2024, way before Jasmine even filmed her first big scene with Kirk. One message reads, "Baby, I miss you, but this move is gonna set us up for life. Just play along a little longer, and we'll be good." Mia replies, "I hate sharing you, but I get it. Love you always." The internet lost it when those screenshots dropped. People were zooming in, analyzing timestamps, handwriting, everything. Some fans called it fake, others said it's too specific to be made up. Then came the hotel receipts. Somebody posted blurred, but still readable charges from the St. Regent under Jasmine's card. Room service, champagne, strawberries, chocolate covered, everything romantic, not business. Kirk Frost was never on that receipt, not even as a guest. Jasmine's explanation when blindsided by a blogger DM was, "It was a girls' trip for my mental health. Y'all know I've been stressed, but come on, we've seen girls' trips on this show before, and they don't usually involve $1,000 suites with rose petals on the bed." Insiders close to production say the network caught wind of the rumors months ago. They even tried to film a confrontation scene, but Jasmine lawyered up quick, threatened to walk if they pushed the lesbian angle too hard, so they buried it, edited around it, made it look like regular Kirk and Jasmine drama. But the truth was bubbling under the surface, waiting to explode. Now, let's talk about Kirk, because this man is at the center of the storm, and he's not taking it quietly. Sources say, when Kirk first saw the leaked texts, he didn't believe it, he laughed it off. Said Jasmine would never do him like that, but then Mia's best friend allegedly went live on Instagram. No filter, no script, just straight spilling, she said. Jasmine told her verbatim that Kirk was her ticket to staying relevant after her music career stalled. She needed the storyline, the check, the exposure, and Mia was okay with it because they had an agreement. Mia gets the real love, Jasmine gets the bag, but feelings got messy, and now Mia wants out. She wants Jasmine to choose for real. The live got millions of views before it was taken down, but clips are everywhere. Fans are divided half screaming Jasmine is a mastermind. The other half saying she's a user who played with Kirk's heart after everything he already went through with Rashida. Remember Rashida and Kirk's history, the cheating rumors, the baby mama drama, the makeups and breakups. Kirk swore Jasmine was his fresh start, his redemption arc, but now he's looking like the biggest fool in Atlanta history. Paparazzi caught Kirk leaving a lawyer's office last week. Stone-faced, no comments, just pure anger. Insiders say he's consulting with attorneys about possible fraud claims because Jasmine allegedly used joint accounts money from his businesses to fund trips with Mia. One source claims over $50,000 in transfers labeled as marketing expenses, but the receipts show luxury spas, couples, massages, private chefs. None of it business-related. Kirk's family is furious. His mom was on record last year saying Jasmine is the daughter I never had. Now she's radio silent, but word is she called Jasmine out in a family group chat, told her to her face, "You played my son and God don't like ugly." The Frost family was always team Jasmine. They defended her against Rashida's shade. Now they feel betrayed, not just by Jasmine but by Kirk for not seeing the signs earlier. Rashida herself posted a cryptic Instagram story, black screen white text that read, "Some people play the long game, others just play themselves." Fans immediately connected the dots. She didn't tag anybody, but everybody knew who it was for. Jasmine clapped back with her own story, praying for people who stay bitter, but it felt weak. Her usual fire was gone. Like she knew the walls were closing. In production is in panic mode because this scandal could tank ratings or skyrocket them depending on how they spin it. They're scrambling to film emergency confessionals, but Jasmine is dodging calls. Mia, on the other hand, is reportedly talking to producers, offering full tea in exchange for a big payout and a featured spot next season. Imagine that, Mia stepping in as the new villain or the new love interest, turning the whole show upside down. Jasmine's music career is hanging by a thread. Her latest single flopped hard, and the only buzz she's getting right now is from this mess, not the music. Fans are flooding her comments. Was it worth it? Are you gay? Or just greedy? Pick a side, sis. The pressure is mounting, and Jasmine's camp is starting to crack. One of her former assistants allegedly told a podcast that Jasmine would cry at night, saying she never meant for it to go this far, that she really did care about Kirk, but Mia was her soulmate and she couldn't let her go. It's giving torn between two lovers, but with way higher stakes: money, fame, reputation, family, all on the line. And just when you think it can't get wilder, there's video evidence floating around, grainy but clear enough. Cell phone footage from inside a club last month. Jasmine and Mia dancing close, bodies pressed up, no space between them. Jasmine whispering in Mia's ear, both laughing like teenagers in love. Someone in the background yells, "Ain't that Kirk's girl?" and Jasmine freezes. Turns around, but the camera cuts off right there. That clip has been dissected frame by frame. People swear they see a promise ring on Mia's finger matching one Jasmine used to wear before she started flexing bigger diamonds from Kirk. The symbolism is brutal. She traded the real ring for the fake one, or maybe Kirk's was the fake all along. Nobody knows for sure, but the court of public opinion has already ruled Jasmine guilty of playing a dangerous game, and now the consequences are coming fast. Kirk reportedly told a close friend, he's done. He's not fighting for her anymore. He's fighting to protect what's left of his name, his brand, his peace. But peace might be the last thing he gets, because Mia just posted a picture, black and white silhouette of two women holding hands. Caption: love shouldn't be hidden. No tags, no explanation, but the timing says everything. Fans are convinced it's a declaration of war. Jasmine hasn't responded yet, but her stories went dark hours ago. Radio silence from the woman who used to post every hour. This is the calm before the storm, y'all, and trust me, when the next bomb drops, it's gonna shake the entire love and hip-hop universe. Because if Jasmine really used Kirk as a beard, if this whole relationship was a calculated come-up, then every couple on this franchise is now under suspicion. Who's real? Who's fake? Who's next? And that's exactly where we're headed in. Part 2, because the confrontation everybody's been waiting for is about to happen, and it's uglier than you can imagine. Hang on tight. We're just getting started, so here we go straight into the explosion, because what happened next changed everything. Kirk Frost didn't just sit back and take the betrayal, he went full scorched earth mode. Insiders say the morning after Mia's cryptic Instagram post, Kirk showed up at Jasmine's condo unannounced, no call, no text, just banging on the door like it was an eviction notice. Jasmine opened it half asleep in silk pajamas, hair messy, and the first words out of Kirk's mouth were, "Who the hell is Mia really? Because I'm done playing games." Jasmine tried to play dumb at first, saying, Mia who but Kirk wasn't having it. He pulled out his phone, shoved those leaked texts right in her face, the ones where she called him a ticket, the ones where Mia said love you always. Jasmine's face went from sleepy to stone cold in seconds. She didn't cry, didn't scream, just stared at him like he was the one who betrayed her. Then she hit him with the coldest line ever recorded on a rumored hot mic from a producer who was secretly recording outside the door. She said, Kirk, you knew what this was. We both got something out of it. Stop acting brand new. Emotions ran high real quick. Kirk started yelling about how he introduced her to his kids, how he put her on stages, how he trusted her with his business and his heart, and she just stood there, arms crossed, saying, you got your storyline, I got mine, we're even now. That's when things got physical, not hitting but pushing, shoving furniture, sliding. Kirk grabbed her phone, trying to go through it. Jasmine snatched it back. They wrestled over it for a good 30 seconds, until security from the building rushed in and separated them. Neighbors heard everything. One even posted on Twitter, Kirk Frostwilden at Jasmine condo. Police almost called it was chaos, pure chaos. And that was just the beginning, because Kirk left that condo with fire in his eyes and went straight to Rashida's house. Yeah, you heard me right, Rashida the ex, the one everybody thought was done with him forever, but pain recognizes pain. Kirk showed up at her door looking like a broken man. Rashida let him in, no questions asked. They talked for hours, according to her best friend, who spilled to a blog later that night. Kirk cried real tears, told Rashida he finally understood why she left him back then, because he was blind to red flags, just like he was blind with Jasmine. Rashida didn't rub it in, she just listened. Then she said something powerful, you deserve real love, Kirk, not a performance. And for the first time in years, they hugged, not romantic, just human. To people who survived the same storm, fans caught wind of this visit because paparazzi snapped Kirk's car outside Rashida's gate. The internet went nuclear. Team Kirk and Rashida reunion trending worldwide. People making edits of old love and hip-hop clips with new captions. Second chance love healing old wounds. But it wasn't romantic, at least not yet. It was two wounded people finding comfort in someone who really knows the pain. Jasmine saw those pictures and lost it. She went live for the first time in weeks, mascara running, voice shaking, saying, y'all really think Rashida wants him back? She just wants to look like the bigger person. She's using this moment same way she used everything else. Jasmine was spiraling, calling Rashida every name in the book, but the comments were brutal. Fans turned on her fast typing. She mad because her plan backfired. Kirk upgrading to real love. Jasmine, you fumbled the bag big time. That live lasted 12 minutes before she ended it abruptly, probably because producers or lawyers told her to stop talking, but the damage was done. Jasmine's follower count started dropping. Her brand deals went silent. Brands don't want smoke with this kind of mess. Mia, meanwhile, was watching from the sidelines and decided it was time to step out of the shadows. She did an exclusive interview with a popular YouTube channel. No face, blurred voice changed, but the stories were specific. She said Jasmine promised her they would go public after Jasmine secured her spot on the show and built enough clout to survive the backlash. But once Jasmine got comfortable with Kirk's money and fame, she started pulling away, saying, we have to keep it quiet a little longer. Mia got tired of being the secret. She said, I loved her enough to share her for a while, but I'm not built for side chick status, not when I was here first. Mia dropped more bombs. She claimed Jasmine had been cheating emotionally and physically since before she even met Kirk on camera. Mia said there were trips to Miami, New York, LA, all funded by Kirk's accounts, but really for her and Jasmine. Jasmine would tell Kirk it was business meetings, networking, but it was really romantic getaways. Mia even hinted at having video proof, but said she's holding it for now, unless Jasmine forces her hand. The interview ended with Mia looking straight into the camera, saying, Jasmine, if you really love me like you say you do, then choose stop hiding, stop using people, choose me or lose me for good. That clip got reposted everywhere, love and hip-hop pages, reaction channels, even mainstream blogs picked it up. The question on everybody's lips was, would Jasmine choose love or the bag? Because right now those two things were on opposite sides. Production smelled blood in the water. They immediately started pushing for a sit-down confrontation, not just Kirk and Jasmine, but potentially Mia. To imagine that three-way face, off cameras, rolling Jasmine in the hot seat, Kirk demanding answers, Mia dropping receipts. It would be ratings gold, but Jasmine's team was fighting it hard, saying she won't film unless Mia is banned from set. Mia, on the other hand, was already in talks to join the cast next season as a friend or maybe even a main. If the drama keeps boiling, producers love a villain who can cry and cuss in the same scene. Mia fits the bill perfectly. While all this was happening, Kirk's business started taking hits to sponsors, pulling back from his car wash ventures because the scandal was too toxic. One investor reportedly said, "We can't have our brand tied to fraud allegations, even if they're not proven yet." Kirk had to go on damage control. He posted his first statement on Instagram, simple black background. White text, "I've been quiet because I was hurt, but I'm speaking now, Jasmine. You know what you did, the truth always comes out. I wish you well, but I'm protecting my peace, my kids, and my legacy from here on out. No more games, no more lies." The comments were a war zone. Some fans supporting him, others still defending Jasmine, saying men cheat all the time. Why is she the villain? But the tide had turned. Most people saw Jasmine as the calculated one, the one who played the long game and lost control of the board. Rashida posted her response to Kirk's statement. Just one emoji. A white heart. Fans read it as support, solidarity, healing, but Jasmine saw it as shade. She subtweeted without tagging anybody. Some people love to play victim when they were complicit to the subtweets. Kept flying back and forth for days. It was like old school Twitter beef, but with way higher stakes. Family got involved too. Jasmine's mom came out swinging in a since deleted Facebook post saying, "My daughter is not a homewrecker. She's a woman who loved hard and got played by the industry." Kirk's mom responded indirectly by posting old family photos with Kirk and the kids' caption, "Blood is thicker than water, and lies can't wash it away." The Frost family was officially teamed. Kirk no more Jasmine love, and the Washington side went quiet. Jasmine's friends started distancing themselves to one former cast member who shall remain nameless, told a podcast off record Jasmine changed once the cameras started rolling. She got addicted to the spotlight and forgot who she was before all this. The loyalty was gone. People who rode for her in the beginning were now spilling tea left and right, saying she bragged about playing Kirk, saying he was easy because he was desperate for love after Rashida. It was ugly, it was personal, and it was far from over because just as the dust started to settle anew, videos surfaced, this one clearer than the club footage, Jasmine and Mia at a private villa in the Bahamas. Last summer, kissing by the pool, no denying it, full HD, someone in the background laughing saying, "Y'all cute," but Kirk gonna lose his mind. When he sees this, the person who leaked it claimed to be a former friend of Mia's, who got tired of the lies. The video hit Twitter and didn't stop spreading. Jasmine tried to get it taken down, but it was too late. Millions had already seen it. Her PR team put out a statement saying the video is old and out of context, but nobody was buying it. Kirk's lawyer sent a cease and desist to the leaker, but the damage was irreversible. Jasmine's image as the loyal girlfriend was shattered, and Mia's position as the real love was solidified. Fans started picking teams, Team Mia, Team Kirk, Team Rashida redemption, and Jasmine was left alone in the crossfire. Producers were salivating. This was the kind of drama that makes legends or ends careers depending on how she plays the next move, and that move was coming fast because word got out that Jasmine was finally ready to talk, not to Kirk, not to Mia, but to the cameras, in a sit-down confessional that could either save her or bury her for good. We're heading into the most explosive moment yet. Hang on, because part down everybody prayed for finally happened. Production moved heaven and earth to lock Jasmine in a room with cameras rolling. No escape, no edits, promised, just raw truth, or at least that's what they sold her. Jasmine walked onto set wearing all black oversized sunglasses like she was mourning her own reputation. Kirk was already there, sitting across from her, stone-faced, arms crossed. Rashida wasn't invited, but producers had her on standby in case things went nuclear. Mia wasn't there physically, but her presence was everywhere because Jasmine knew one wrong word and Mia would drop whatever she was holding. The room felt like a pressure cooker from the jump. The director yelled action and Jasmine started. First voice shaky, but trying to sound strong. "I never meant to hurt anybody. I was confused. I was in love with two people at different times and I thought I could handle it." Kirk didn't even let her finish. He cut in cold as ice. "You weren't confused, you were calculating. You used my name, my platform, my money to keep your real life going while you played house with me." Jasmine tried to interrupt, saying that's not fair, but Kirk kept going. "You posted pictures smiling in my face, telling the world we were building something real. Meanwhile, you were texting her, 'I miss you, baby.' This is just temporary." Fans watching the raw footage later said you could see the exact moment Jasmine realized she wasn't talking her way out of this one. Her shoulders dropped, her lips started trembling, but she still tried to flip it. She looked straight at Kirk and said, "You weren't innocent either. You knew I had a past. You knew I wasn't some perfect church girl, but you wanted the fantasy so bad you ignored everything." Kirk laughed, bitter, no sound, just air coming out. "You right, I wanted the fantasy, but I didn't sign up to be your beard. I didn't sign up to fund your side relationship." That's when Jasmine finally cracked. She started crying, real tears, not the pretty reality TV kind, ugly choking sobs. She said, "I loved You Kirk, I did, I still do, but Mia, she's been my everything since before any of this fame came. I thought if I got big enough, I could have both. I could bring her into the light, without losing what we built. Kirk just stared at her for a long beat, then said, you didn't build anything with me, you built on me. That line hit like a slap. Jasmine covered her face. Producers in the back were losing their minds. This was gold, pure unfiltered gold. But it wasn't over. Kirk pulled out a folder, actual physical papers, receipts, bank statements, hotel printouts, everything. He slid it across the table. Jasmine looked down, and her whole body froze. Kirk said $57,000. Jasmine, over 16 months, you want to tell me what marketing meetings involve couples massages in Miami, private yacht days in the Bahamas? Jasmine whispered. It wasn't like that, but Kirk wasn't hearing excuses. He said it was exactly like that. You took from our joint account, our business account, money that was supposed to go to my kids' college funds, to my mom's retirement, and you spent it on her. Jasmine broke down harder, saying, I'm sorry, I'll pay it back, every cent, I swear. Kirk shook his head. I don't want your money back, I want my time back, my trust back, my dignity back. You took all that and you gave me nothing real. Then the biggest twist dropped. Kirk leaned forward, voice low but clear. I talked to Mia last night. Jasmine's head snapped up, eyes wide. Kirk continued, yeah, we talked for 2 hours. She told me everything, how you promised her you'd leave me after season 12, how you said once the checks cleared and the followers hit 1 million, you'd come clean. She showed me messages, Jasmine. Messages where you said Kirk's cool but he's not you, he's just the come up. Jasmine was shaking, now whispering, no, that's not Mia, wouldn't do that to me. Kirk said she did because she's tired. Jasmine, she's tired of being hidden, tired of watching you play happy family on TV while she cries alone at night. She's done protecting you. The room went dead silent. You could hear Jasmine's breathing, ragged and uneven. Then she whispered the line that broke the internet later when the clip leaked. If she talked to you, then she don't love me no more. Kirk didn't answer. He just stood up, looked at the cameras, and said, I'm good, I'm out, I don't need another season of this. I'm taking my kids, my business, and what's left of my heart, and I'm gone. He walked off set without looking back. Jasmine stayed seated for a full minute, staring at the empty chair across from her. Then she looked up at the camera, mascara streaked down her face, and said, I messed up, y'all, I messed up bad. I thought I could have it all, but I lost everything. That was supposed to be the end of the scene, but Jasmine wasn't done. She stood up, shaky legs, and started talking directly to the lens. Mia, if you're watching, I'm sorry I was selfish. I was scared. I love you more than I ever loved anybody else, including him. If you still want me, I'll choose you right now, on camera, in front of everybody. I'll walk away from all of this for you. Please just tell me it's not too late. Producers were screaming cut, but Jasmine kept going, tears falling. I'm tired of hiding to baby. I'm tired, Mia. If you see this, come get me because I'm finally ready. The cameras kept rolling. Nobody stopped her. It was too powerful to reel. Later that night, Mia went live. No makeup, simple white tea, hair in a bonnet. She didn't say much, just looked at the camera for 30 seconds, then whispered, I saw it, Jasmine, I heard you, but I need time. I gave you years, you gave me secrets, I don't know if I can trust promises anymore. Then she ended the live, no explanation, no follow-up. The internet exploded. Again, clips of Jasmine's confession versus Mia's response, edits everywhere, fans arguing in every comment section. Is Mia playing hard to get? Is Jasmine really changing, or is this just another storyline? The reunion special was filming the very next week, and producers were pushing to get Mia in the building. They offered her a fat check, a main cast spot next season, even a solo storyline if she wanted it. Mia hadn't said yes or no yet, but sources say she's leaning toward showing up just to look Jasmine in the eyes one last time and decide in person whether love is worth the chaos or if it's time to walk away for good. Meanwhile, Kirk was spotted with Rashida again, this time at a low-key dinner. No cameras, no paparazzi, just two people talking, laughing. Even sources close to Rashida say she's not jumping back into anything romantic, she's just being there for a friend who finally woke up. But the pictures told a different story to fans. They saw chemistry, old sparks, maybe new ones to Team Rashida, and Kirk started trending again, harder than before. Jasmine saw those pictures too, and posted her first since the confession. Just one photo of her sitting alone on a balcony, city lights behind her, caption, sometimes you lose the one you want most because you were too busy chasing what looked good on paper. No tags, no shade, just pain. Fans felt it. Some even started softening on her, saying maybe she's human, maybe she really did love both of them and got caught in the middle. But most weren't buying the redemption arc yet. Too much damage, too many lies. Kirk's mom finally spoke out in a radio interview. She said, my son deserves peace. Jasmine had her chance. She chose wrong now, let him heal, let him find real love, whether it's Rashida or somebody new, but not her, not ever again. That interview sealed it. Jasmine was officially persona non grata in the Frost Circle production, wrapped the reunion with more questions than answers. Jasmine left early claiming a migraine. Mia never showed up. Kirk walked the carpet alone head. Hi. Rashida was there to separate, but supportive. The episode ended on a cliffhanger. Jasmine's tearful plea, Mia's vague response. Kirk's quiet exit. Fans were left screaming for more, but the real drama was just moving off camera because 2 days after the reunion wrapped, Mia posted one single story: a plane ticket to Atlanta. Time stamped for the next morning. Caption: sometimes you have to see it through to close the chapter or open a new one. No face, no explanation, but everybody knew who it was for Jasmine, or closure, or both, and that's when the rumor mill went into overdrive. Is Mia going to forgive her? Are they about to be the new power couple of Atlanta, or is she flying in to end it face to face? Nobody knows yet, but whatever happens next season is already shaping up to be the wildest in love and hip-hop history. Because betrayal, money, love, secrets, and second chances are all colliding, and nobody's walking away the same. We're almost at the end, but the final bombshell is still coming, and when it drops, it's gonna rewrite everything. Part 4 is where the pieces finally fall, where we see if love wins, if money wins, or if everybody just loses. Hang tight, because the conclusion is explosive. And just like that, the final act dropped harder than anybody saw coming. Mia's plane touched down in Atlanta at 8:17 a.m. the very next morning. After her cryptic story post, paparazzi were already swarming Hartsfield Jackson like vultures. They caught her coming out of baggage claim, simple black hoodie, oversized shades, no makeup, but that walk said she wasn't here to play. She had purpose. Kirk wasn't waiting at the airport, Rashida wasn't either, but Jasmine was. Insiders say Jasmine had been up all night, chain smoking, pacing her living room, refreshing Mia's page every 5 seconds. When Mia texted her, "I'm here, meet me at our spot," Jasmine didn't even change. She threw on a hoodie and sneakers and sped across town to the little rooftop bar they used to sneak to before everything blew up. No cameras, no crew, just them two women who started this whole storm finally face to face. Nobody knows the exact words at first because there were no mics, no leaks from the staff, but witnesses on the lower level said it started quiet. Mia sitting arms crossed, Jasmine approaching slow, like she was walking into a lion's den. Then voices rose: Jasmine crying again, Mia shaking her head, Jasmine reaching for Mia's hand, Mia pulling back. Then the moment everybody's been waiting for, Mia finally spoke loud enough for a nearby table to hear. "You said on camera you'd choose me, but choosing me means leaving all this, the fame, the lies, the money. You ready to do that right now, today?" Jasmine hesitated just a second too long. Mia's face changed. She stood up, said, "That's what I thought. You still want the spotlight more than you want me." Jasmine grabbed her arm, begging, "Wait please, I'll quit the show, I'll delete everything, I'll move wherever you want, just don't leave me like this." Mia looked down at her tears in her own eyes now and said, "You already left me, Jasmine. Every time you posted with him, every time you let him kiss you on camera, every time you took his money and spent it on us, you left me. I was the secret, the side piece, the one who waited while you built a fake life. I can't do that anymore. I love you, but I love me more." And with that, Mia walked away. Jasmine collapsed into the chair, sobbing so hard security had to come check on her. Fans who were lurking nearby filmed the whole exit. Mia striding through the bar, head high, Jasmine broken in the background. That clip hit Twitter before Mia even made it to her Uber, trending within minutes. Heartbreak. Mia walking away, Jasmine left crying. Power move or final nail? The internet couldn't decide. But one thing was clear: this wasn't a storyline anymore. This was real pain, real loss, real consequences. Mia flew back out the same day. Didn't post again for a week. When she did, it was simple: a picture of her silhouette against a sunset. Caption: "New chapter, no looking back." Jasmine went dark completely. No stories, no posts, no lives. Her PR team issued one final statement: "Jasmine is taking time to reflect, heal, and focus on personal growth. We ask for privacy during this difficult time," but privacy wasn't coming. The blogs kept digging, old friends kept talking, former assistants dropped anonymous receipts proving more transfers, more trips, more lies. Kirk meanwhile was rebuilding. He started posting again, family pics with the kids, business updates, car wash expansions, even a teaser for a new podcast called Real Talk, No Cap, where he promised to tell his side without filters. Rashida guested on the first episode. They sat across from each other. No drama, just honesty. Kirk said, "I lost myself chasing the wrong things." Rashida said, "I lost myself trying to fix what wasn't mine to fix, but we both learned and now we're better for it." They hugged at the end. Platonic but powerful. Fans ate it up. Edits poured in. Healing era. Black love redemption arc, whatever you call it, it was trending for days. Production tried one last time to get Jasmine back for season 16. They offered her a big apology storyline, a redemption edit, even a Mia reunion special, but Jasmine said no, she was done. The show that made her famous also broke her. She checked into a wellness retreat in Sedona, Arizona. No phone, no socials, just therapy, yoga, and silence for the first time in years. Kirk's mom posted a throwback picture of Kirk as a kid with the caption, "My boy always bounces back. God got him." The Frost family rallied hard. They threw him a low-key birthday party. Rashida was there smiling in the background. Not as a date, just as family. Friends said it felt like old times, before the mess, before the cameras. Just people who cared about each other. Jasmine's music dreams are on hold. Her label dropped her quietly after the scandal. Too much negative press, too much risk, but whispers say she's writing again. Raw, personal songs about love, betrayal, self-discovery, maybe a whole album one day titled Double Life or something equally on the nose. Mia started her own thing too. She launched a jewelry line. Minimalist pieces with hidden meanings. Fans bought it up, calling it the Closure Collection. Every piece sold out in hours. She's thriving not because of the drama, but in spite of it. She's proof you can walk away from toxicity and still win in the end. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta moved on to new cast members, new couples, new beefs, but the Jasmine Kirk Mia triangle became legend. The one everybody references when they talk about the most insane season ever. Producers still tease it in promos. Old clips play during reunions. Fans still argue in comments. Was Jasmine evil or just lost? Was Kirk naive or complicit? Did Mia win by leaving or lose by loving too hard? Nobody has the full answer because real life doesn't wrap up in 44 minutes with commercial breaks. But one thing's for sure, this story didn't end with a happily ever after. It ended with growth, scars, lessons, and 3 people who'll never be the same. Jasmine's still healing somewhere quiet. Mia's building her empire. Kirk's finding his peace, maybe with Rashida, maybe alone, but real. This time the cameras stopped rolling, but the echoes keep playing. Fans keep dissecting every old scene, every old post, looking for clues they missed the first time around. And maybe that's the real bombshell. This whole thing showed us that even on a show built on drama, some hearts break for real, some loves end for real, and some people have to lose everything to finally find themselves. So there it is, the Jasmine Washington lesbian partner expose from the hook that lit the fuse to the final walk away that closed the chapter. Love and hip hop will never be the same, and honestly neither will we, because sometimes the biggest twists aren't scripted, they're just human, and that's the messiest part of all. Y'all, we've reached the end of this wild ride, but the fallout keeps rippling, and honestly it might never fully stop, because when you play with hearts, fame, and money on a show like Love and Hip Hop, the scars don't heal overnight. Jasmine Washington vanished from public view after that rooftop goodbye with Mia. She stayed off grid for months. No cameos, no interviews, no thirst traps. Just silence, the kind of silence that screams louder than any live ever could. Rumors swirled she was in therapy, deep in it, unpacking years of choices, trauma, maybe even identity stuff, because let's be real, coming out sideways in the middle of a scandal isn't how anybody wants their truth to drop. But sources close to her say she's doing the work, quietly writing music that's more vulnerable than anything she's ever released before. No auto-tune, no flexing, just raw lyrics about loving wrong, losing big, and learning late. One insider leaked that the working title for her next project is Shadows and Spotlights, a whole album about living in 2 worlds at once. Fans who still ride for her are hyped, saying this could be her glow-up era, the one where she stops performing and starts healing. But the haters are still loud, calling it damage control, a cash grab off her own mess. Either way, Jasmine's not rushing back to the spotlight. She turned down every reunion invite, every podcast request, even the big money offers from streaming platforms wanting her side of the story. She's said no to all of it for now. At least Mia, on the flip side, kept building. She didn't disappear. She leveled up the jewelry line, exploded into a full lifestyle brand. Minimalist chains with tiny engraved messages like "Choose You First" or "No More Secrets." She started doing pop-up shops in Atlanta, Miami. La Black owned everything, empowering women who've been in similar situations. Mia even did a TEDx-style talk called "The Cost of Being the Secret." No cameras allowed, but clips leaked. She spoke about self-worth, boundaries, and walking away when love starts feeling like a performance. The room gave her a standing ovation. She's dating again too. Nothing serious, just casual vibing with somebody new, who apparently treats her like the main character from day one. No hiding, no side entrances. Fans are happy for her, posting supportive comments under every pic saying you deserve the light queen. Meanwhile, Kirk Frost quietly won the long game. He relaunched his businesses stronger, Then before new investors came in after seeing how he handled the scandal with class, no messy clapbacks, just focus on family and growth, the podcast, Real Talk. No Cap became a hit, guests ranging from old cast members to regular folks sharing stories of betrayal and bounce back. Rashida joined as co-host for a few episodes and the chemistry was undeniable, not forced, not performative. Just to people who've known each other forever, finally in a healthy space. They're not officially back together, at least not publicly, but they're together a lot. Family dinners, game nights, vacation pics with the kids blended, no drama. Just peace. Fans call it the redemption. We didn't know we needed some, even started a petition for them to get their own spin-off, Love After the Mess, or something cheesy like. Kirk laughs it off in interviews, saying we're just living life, no scripts this time. The Love and Hip Hop franchise itself took the biggest hit, and the biggest win. Ratings for the season finale spiked to record highs because of the Jasmine Mia Kirk triangle. Producers milked every leaked clip, every emotional breakdown for promos. Next season they brought in fresh faces but kept teasing the old drama with flashback packages. Jasmine's face blurred in some shots Mia referenced without naming. Kirk getting the hero edit, Rashida popping in as the voice of reason. It's messy, it's calculated, but it works. The show keeps going because drama like this doesn't die, it evolves. Fans still debate in every comment section, was Jasmine a villain mastermind or a confused woman caught in her own web? Did Mia win by leaving, or did she lose the love of her life? Was Kirk the real victim, or did he ignore every red flag for the fantasy? Most people land on Jasmine played herself the hardest. She had real love with Mia stability, with Kirk fame on top, but greed and fear made her try to hold all three, and she ended up with none, at least for now. Time will tell if any of them circle back. Jasmine and Mia have mutuals who say they still talk sometimes, not romantic, just checking in, making sure the other's okay. Healing isn't linear, and neither is closure. Kirk and Rashida keep it low-key, but every time they post a group pic together, the internet reignites hope. Mia keeps thriving independently, proving she never needed the show to shine, and Jasmine, she's somewhere out there, maybe in Sedona, still maybe back in Atlanta, writing in a notebook, finding her voice again, the one that isn't shaped by cameras or checks, the one that's just hers. So what's the final takeaway from this entire bombshell mess? Love and Hip Hop gave US entertainment, but it also gave us a mirror. Sometimes the biggest betrayals aren't from the people we expect, they're from the choices we make when we think nobody's watching, when we prioritize the bag over the heart, the followers over the feelings, the image over the truth. Jasmine learned that the hard way. Mia learned to protect hers. Kirk learned to value real over real, and we, the fans, learned that even fabricated drama can hit real nerves, because at the end of the day, these are people, not just characters. Messy, flawed, heartbroken, hopeful, just like us. So if you made it this far through the hook, the twists, the confrontations, the walkaways, thank you for riding with me on this wild fabricated ride. Drop your final thoughts in the comments below. Was Jasmine wrong, or just human? Team Mia, Team Kirk, Team Rashida, or Team Nobody Wins When Love Gets This Messy? Hit that like button if this story had you glued from start to finish. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because you know tea like this never really stops brewing, and who knows what scandal we're breaking next. Smash that bell, turn on post notifications, and tell me in the comments who you think came out on top, or if they all lost. Comment Team Mia if you're proud of her for walking away. Team Kirk if you think he's finally free. Team Jasmine if you believe in second chances. Or just type Nobody Wins, because sometimes that's the realest answer. See you in the next one. Stay messy, stay watching. Peace. And there you have it, y'all, the full unfiltered bombshell that turned Love and Hip Hop Atlanta upside down. From Jasmine's secret double life to Mia's powerful walk away from Kirk finding his way back to real peace with Rashida by his side. This fabricated scandal became the blueprint for what happens when love, fame, money, and lies collide in the most explosive way possible. Jasmine's still out there healing, writing music that might one day hit us right in the feels. Mia's building her empire, shining brighter than ever without needing anyone's validation, and Kirky's proof that sometimes the biggest losses lead to the quietest wins. Nobody got the perfect ending, because real stories rarely do, but everybody got something: lessons, scars, growth, maybe even a little hope that tomorrow can look different from yesterday. This whole saga reminded us that behind the glitz, the drama, the checks, and the cameras are just people trying to figure it out, same as you, same as me. Messy, complicated, heartbroken, and still trying to love right in the end. Love and Hip Hop didn't just give us entertainment, it gave us a mirror, and we all saw a piece of ourselves in the chaos. So thank you for sticking with me through every twist, every tear, every leaked text, and every final goodbye. We laughed, we gasped, we argued in the comments, and that's what makes this ride worth it. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Hit that like button right now if this entire story had you glued to your screen, from the first hook to this very last word. Smash subscribe and turn on all notifications because you already know the next Atlanta scandal, the next betrayal, the next redemption arc is always right around the corner, and I'll be right here breaking it down with all the tea. No filter, no holding back. Drop your final takes in the comments below. Team Mia for walking away like a queen, Team Kirk for rebuilding stronger than ever, Team Jasmine if you believe she deserves forgiveness and a real comeback, or just type nobody wins because sometimes that's the truest answer. Tell me who you think came out on top, who got played the hardest, and who you want to see back on our screens next season. Your comments fuel these deep dives, so don't hold back. Share this video with your group chat because trust me, your friends need to see this madness too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love, the debates, the fire emojis. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts below and I'll see you in the next one. Stay messy, stay watching, stay real. Peace.